Hey everyone, it's been a while. As a lot of you guys know, I went to an Axie Origin tournament in Las Vegas. In this tournament, I came in second place. Unfortunately, right after this event, I got really sick, almost like a cold, flu-like symptoms, and my voice was completely shot. In that time of recuperation, the meta changed tremendously in Axie. You can no longer attack in the first turn, and that changes everything for the game. During this time, a lot of new builds have come up, and today I'm going to share with you guys this zoo build. A zoo build basically incorporates summons, particularly bird summons, and I wanted to shout out the Bottom Dwellers or BDC group because they're the ones who really inspired this build that I'm about to show you, and they're always on top of the Origin meta for sure. But anyways, enough of that, let's get started. Alright, so let's get into the rune and charms of this build. As you can see right away, we have a beast, a bird, and even a dawn Axie, which is kind of rare. So let's go into our midliner first. So here we have the bird right here. Basically the rune that it uses is Shady Exchange. It's a rare rune to use because it has a lot of drawbacks usually with dazes and voids, but it gives you a lot of energy to do a lot of damage. And as far as the bird's cards that you need, essentials are Robin right here, Eggshell for sure to taunt away from your targets, Pigeon Post because it creates some really bad things for your opponent's hands and also allows you to target their back Axie, and Grandma's Fan because it just adds vulnerable, increasing the damage that your opponents take. So that's pretty much our bird right here. As far as the charms that it has, you want to get an almost purebred bird, but basically you're using right here Secret Egg to initiate the Robin at the start. It's very essential in these builds because if you go first, you want this to be in your hand at the start. The next one is an initial right here. This card right here, Early Bird, you want to give it Vanish. Very essential as well. You want to trim down as many cards as you can throughout the matchup. And here, this is really essential. Grandma's Fan, make sure to give it a Retain because a lot of times your opponent will purposely know that you want to use this card, but they'll taunt you and then you won't have it available for you to use it at an opportune time. Because we're using a Shady Exchange rune right here, that's where Dawns become so good. So let's check out our Dawn that's in the front right here. Dawns are really good because of this rune. It's Holy Prayer, which basically removes curse cards from your deck. So you're starting to see the benefits of the curse cards. They're supposed to be bad for you, but Holy Prayer makes them good for you, which is crazy. And as far as the cards you need for this Dawn Axie, you want to play these cards. You want to play Mavis. You want to get Mavis for sure, just because it's an essential for this zoo build. The other essential is Eggshell because you provide taunt and you're able to pull enemies away. Pigeon Post because it does blackmail and that messes up your opponent's hands a lot. And then Grandma's Fan just because it does AoE and it provides vulnerable. As far as the charms on this one, you want to, of course, initial or pre-order tag innate the Mavis so you can draw it in the first turn in case you go first. And as well as using an energy drink M to banish one of the cards right here. So you thin out your tank. So if it dies early, it doesn't have as many cards. So that's really great. And the other one just to give it a little bit more HP right here. That's pretty much it. As far as the closer or the back Axie, I prefer to use a beast because of course they have the endless anger rune. Beasts usually have a lot of damage and you want that in your closer. But basically you have a lot of leeway on this, but my preferred cards is Goda because it has Banish, Rice because it has Banish, it thins out your deck. Those are, I would say, almost essential, but you can get Caught Intel if you can. Little Peas as well, very, very good because it keeps adding vulnerable to your opponent. It's awesome and it really weakens out your opponent. And Nutcracker is not that essential, but these two are. Little Branch just because you want to build more rage faster, and Ronin because it does a lot of damage. When you have a lot of energy, like in this build, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. So we're going to be using that. As far as the runes, basically all Frenzy. You can add these Frenzies to whatever, but I use them like this. Frenzy on this one, add Frenzy on this one to get more rage going, and a Frenzy on the Ronin. So these will for sure get you into your Fury mode faster, and then a little bit of Vitality, you know, just to get it going. All right, so let's check out this matchup right here. As you can see, I'm going to go first. And when I go first, I'm going to have both my summons right here. And this makes it a zoo. You have the Mavis that is innate, and also the Robin here. So in this turn, we're all disabled, as you can see, but we're able to utilize this turn effectively by summoning a Robin in the back and then a Mavis in the front. And this really gives you a lot of value right here. And our Grandma's fan was retained, as we saw in the charms that we had. And he's putting his own one up here, and that's why these Grandma fans are so good, because it really prevents them from doing all this stuff. I think he got a pretty bad hand right here, actually, and he tried to make the most of it. But look, right here, Grandma's fan, we're going to take advantage. Our summons are giving us, Robin right now is giving us a lot of damage, I believe 18 per stack of this, and Mavis is reducing the energy. So we're seeing, we used the Grandma's fan right there, we took down their summon bird, their Robin, and we're doing damage ourselves. So we took out a threat, because if that Robin, if you don't target it at all, it just becomes such a bad, like a nightmare. And as you see, mine still is alive, and it just keeps pumping my Axies with damage. He preemptively double talks my back Axie, which is really smart, because he sees I'm about to go into rage mode next turn. And he also found a way to play around my blackmail right here. He puts the blackmail on his summon, and that's how he's played around it. So he thinks he's safe, but like, he put my Axie to sleep, so that's unfortunate. But I'm able to just keep playing. 91 damage because of all the buffs that I have. So this Zoo build is going crazy right here. We're basically going on the offensive here, and this is how a lot of these builds go. So yeah, we're just seeing these birds are still around. They're still buffing up my team. Pretty awesome. And he's having to figure out what to do here. He's in a bit of a bind. So he gets rid of my Mavis, and we're gonna see, because we have these runes, we're getting so much value. We have 4 energy again. We're gonna go use it all, and use it effectively, actually. So I got more fury coming in. Eggshell did 115 damage. I'm healing up a little bit, and I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can. Do you see how much energy we get per turn with this build? It's kind of nuts, honestly. Or every other turn, at least. So we're gonna see right here, he's having to play through this, 2 full, almost full Axies to deal with. He's hitting into him. I don't think it's gonna work out for him. He ran out of energy, of course. He's out of energy now. And we're gonna see the end of this matchup. Basically, anything kills him, so I just go for the mercy kill, end him fast, and that's pretty much it. 100, almost 50 damage right there. That's insane. This build has so much potential. It's borderline overpowered in some ways, but if you find the right counter, it can be countered. So pretty awesome. A lot of the matches go like this. A lot of rage quits for sure with this build. So that was the Zoo build in Axie Origin. Honestly, this build is so strong. Personally, from my points from seeing this, I feel the team should really focus on reducing a little bit of the synergy between those runes. Like, some of those runes give way too much energy, and paired together they become unstoppable. But realistically, in the Zoo build, I feel that the summons are a little too strong, and they need to really work around those things, because when the summons are too strong, it's gonna be a huge problem. As you guys know, the team is constantly changing, so please buy these Axies at your own risk. This is not financial advice. I just want to showcase different types of builds for you guys, so you guys can really get to learn more about Axie Origin. And throughout so many tournaments, you see so many new teams coming out, so that makes me really excited. If you like this video and you learned something, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out tremendously, and feel free to leave a comment in the section below if you didn't understand something from this build. But anyways, guys, that ends it for this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys all next time.